Hey guys, this is Joe, and this is my first episode of my new series where I'm the Wales national team manager. And basically, I'm going to be trying to, get them into World Cups, try and get their rank higher, try and get them to Euro tournaments. But let's have a look at them. Let's have a look at their stats. 113th in the world right now. Some of the star players include Wayne Hennessy, Colin Bale, and Earnshaw. People might already know him. But yeah, basically my goal I want to try is improve them, try and get them in tournaments. Really, I think it'll be cool to be able to do that. So on we go, and it looks like my first game is at home to Australia, and that's going to be a friendly. But this is what the group looks like a minute. It just doesn't look great, does it? And it doesn't look like I am going to get to Euro 2012, and I think it's almost pretty much impossible. But we'll go on and we'll try and win as many as we can and try and get us as high up in the group as we can. And you never know, if things go our way, we could be in Euro 2012. Anyway, this is the squad. This is what it looks like in a minute. I'm going to probably be making a few changes to that. But on we go to our first game. And let's go on to the squad selection. So this is it. There's a few injuries. Unfortunately, Bale's injured, Ricketts and Stark. So I had to make some changes to the squad. And a bit gutted, really. I think Bellamy's a brilliant player and probably the most important part of Wales. So the other two, not massive impacts, but they needed to be replaced, and I had to do that. So I went into the national pool. Had a look at some of the players we had. And I couldn't believe Joe Allen wasn't in the squad already. He's a great player, and I don't understand how you can't already have him in the squad. But oh well. I guess we'll put him in now. We've put Neil Taylor in, and a guy called John Williams, who's only 17. Looks like he could be a great player in the future. Might as well give him a chance now. So that was it. That was my team. And that was a team that was going to go on to play Australia. And so it went well, as you can see. I won 3-1. It was a great result, and especially to Australia, who are meant to be much better than Wales. It was a great way to start our campaign. It was James Vaughan who got the first goal in my reign as Wales manager. Great strike there. Well, not great, it was a bit scruffy, but I'll take anything. Let's just go on. Australia got one back though. It was good passing, really. Look at this. I can't pronounce his name, I can't be bothered. Mark Brescanio. But yeah, that made it 1-0. Well, Wales, so we come back, and it's a good goal, really. I mean, it's Steve Morrison, that's his first goal for Wales, and it's a good goal, and proves he could be my main man, my main striker in years to come. And finally, it's the last goal to round off a 3-1 win, and it was scored by John Williams, 17-year-old, on his debut, and it's a great goal for him to score on his debut, and he's only 17, so that's a great potential right there for the future, and you got to be keeping him in mind, and maybe we'll see him in the years to come as if this series progresses on with the years. Yep, so there you can see James Vaughan got man of the match. What his rating was 7.7, good rating, good game for him. So there we go, and that's how it all started off. That's how my reign began. Next games against Montenegro, and I had to make some changes again. Players decided to get injured. Unfortunately, Wayne Hennessy, my main keeper, injured. I had to make a change with him, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. I have backup. I have good backup, really. And David Vaughan, unfortunately, injured. It was my man of the match last game. Bit gutted, But now I can make some changes, and I can bring Craig Bellamy back in. He's such an important person for me to have in the squad. Also, I wanted to bring in Andrew Crofts and David Edwards, but people had to be removed before I could add them in. And David Jones was the man who was sacrificed. I mean, he's not even Welsh. And, you can't have that. He doesn't look like he's that great anyway, and he was sacrificed. So I could make way for other people. And that's what happened. I brought in... Dude, I bring in Andrew Crofts, Norwich. Obviously not having a great start in the Premier League, you can see there with his stats, but nonetheless, he looks like he could be vital for me and for Wales. I also had to decide to get rid of one striker, since I do play a tactic where it involves only one striker upfield, so Sam Vokes was the sacrifice there, unfortunately for him. And that meant I could make way for David Edwards, who maybe in Wolves' reserve squad, but I believe he's a good player, and that's why I have him in my team. And then finally I had to find a keeper. Just, don't matter really who it was. He played for Hereford, so I didn't choose him. So I chose Rice Taylor. He was young, so good potential. And that was it. That was the squad I was going to take to play Montenegro and England. Could I get anything from them games with this squad? Well, the answer to that is yes. I got a 3-1 win against Montenegro at home. And, it went off well, I think. Yep, it did. Bellamy got the ball. Oh, yeah, I remember this goal. It was a cracking goal. Struck from miles out, but it was a good strike. And it gave me the lead against Montenegro at home. And it looked like my campaign was going to get better. And it did. A corner here flicked on to James Collins. Headed goal. And I got a 2-0 lead. And things are going brilliantly for me as the Wales manager. Minor setback though in the second half when Montenegro decided to get one back. Some good passing, but then in the end the goal was a bit scruffy. But nothing came of it. In fact, things got better for me in the end, as you can see from the scoreline above. And the man to do that was Aaron Ramsey, probably one of the most vital players for Wales, and still got a bit of potential. And there you go, great strike. It was a good game for me, 3-1. Everything went well. And so, let's have a look. It was Ramsey who did get man of the match. He inspired us to a win. Well done, Ramsey, well done. And now, could we take on England? Could we get anything from that game? Well, tell you what, we did. Unbelievably, we got a 1-0 win away. We got a win at Wembley, and honestly, I couldn't believe it. And here's the goal right here. Ramsey gives it to Crofts to Morrison, and Morrison with the goal. What an important goal! And unbelievably, I've got 3 wins out of 3 now. I've gotten 6 points out of the group in my last 2 games, and look at that. Landmark goal. Steve Morrison. Craig Bellamy got injured, but it doesn't matter. I got dominated. I don't care. I won. And it was Koch. Was it who got man of the match? I don't know. It doesn't say. It must not have been one of my players. But now, look, there's the group. And, well, maybe getting to Euro 2012 isn't as unrealistic as we thought. It's still going to be difficult. But I think I can do it. But I have to win both games. It's still difficult games. But that looks like it's it. And, well, just thanks for watching, everyone. And I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, favourite, and subscribe.